Sorry I'm late. I got out of quarantine yesterday, and so naturally I got recruited to carry a mattress and change a baby diaper because I haven't been able to help out with things like that for the last 2 weeks. At any rate, I'm here now, and this is Jack Weatherby, Cat Person, the final chapter. Chapter 20. When Jack came out as a cat person on live TV, it wasn't with some local station. He went to the major cable networks and offered them his story instead. "They'll give me the publicity I need and pay me to do it," he explained to his mom and dad when he told them about his plan. "They've agreed to let Jeanette join in as their expert consultant, which will give her a chance to expose her lab partner. Hopefully she can also put such a scientific spin on it that it will assure people that I'm not just some cat who got really smart, or that magic is somehow involved. Maybe that will minimize the damage to cats around the world that I've been so worried about. I'd still rather have kept it secret forever, but sometimes bad things happen and we just have to do the best we can with it, right?" He wore a tie to the interview and answered all their questions by writing on a whiteboard with a marker in his teeth, just to eliminate any suspicion people might have that any digital trickery or training was involved. He even answered questions from people on social media so they could prove it wasn't a scripted interview. Images of him in his tie instantly became memes, and he was the #1 story for weeks in the news. The fame was hard to deal with. People wanted him to be a spokesman for cats in general, but he assured them that he really couldn't speak for cats. "I don't understand them any better than any other human does. They're as alien to me as they are to you," he'd say. He turned down dozens of offers to endorse various cat foods and cat medicines. "My cat Rocky loved the generic dry food I bought him from the local grocery store. He'd gobble the stuff up. It makes me puke just to smell it. I can't endorse cat food any more than I would trust a cat's endorsement of people food. They eat raw animals before they're even dead, for goodness sake." But Jack did seek out opportunities to campaign for pet adoption, spaying and neutering programs to keep the stray population down, and for criminal penalties against animal abusers around the world. He also managed to get legal recognition for himself as a person, so that he could own property and vote and remain a full citizen of the US with all the rights, responsibilities, and privileges that entailed. Jeanette's lab partner not only lost his job and their lawsuit against him, but he was also charged and jailed with a misdemeanor for hacking. He lost all the book deals he had apparently tried to negotiate when he published his paper on archive.org, when the site erased his name from the paper and gave the credit to Jeanette instead. So the book deals went to her too. Since the secret was out, they were also able to continue their research with help from experts all over the world. Though they learned a lot, no one had any idea of how to change Jack back into a human. Billy's video went viral again, of course, and he started offering tours to people who wanted to come gawk at Jack's house. Though Jack was irritated at Billy, he didn't want to ruin the kid's life or his parents' lives with a restraining order or a lawsuit, so he just moved instead. He gave his parents some money to buy some land in their name near the Cuyahoga Valley. Then he ordered a pre-built mini-house online and had it delivered and assembled for him, again in his parents' names. He changed his phone number and his email address, deleted all his social media accounts, and essentially went off the grid. He kept in touch with his family, with personal friends, and with business partners, and of course with Jeanette and the researchers. But he stopped granting public interviews or accepting visitors. He filled his time exploring in the woods and took up art to support his favorite charities by selling his paintings through a local art studio. And whenever he needed a little excitement, he rolled in charcoal to disguise himself as an all-black cat and secretly went into nearby towns to continue his old habits of befriending the friendless and fighting crime. After all, everybody needs a hobby. That is the end of Jack Weatherby, Cat Person. Depending on the response to the book, I may consider writing a sequel. We'll see how it goes. So if you want to hear a sequel or read a sequel, please buy the book, share these videos with other people so they can get to know the story, and help me get the word out. Thanks for listening all the way to the end, and I hope you enjoyed it. Stay safe, everybody.